Can anybody hear me before I put this in the bin? Can anybody hear me before Can anyone hear me at all before I literally just turn this computer off and put it somewhere not very pleasant? It's only getting 30 FPS. Is just I just don't know what. I'm normally getting 60 FPS and I get like 20% CPU coverage, but I just don't know. I just don't know why. Right, if I turn it up now, let's do an audio check. Yes, we can hear you. It's very loud. Oh God, sorry about that. It's saying turning down video. If I turn these down anymore, I'm gonna be pixels. Let's try that. Turning down video setting. Oh man, it's been one of them evenings. I was hoping to have Jenny on here today, but I still can't find the problem. Like I'm still coming out at 27 FPS. Yeah, no, fly mode. Normally my CPU is around 20%, which is really good, and I get 60 FPS. But at the moment, I'm just getting F all. Output. Let's try. Right, if I like wave my arms about, is that coming through smoothly? And this one, is this coming through smoothly as well? I have no idea what has happened to this computer. I'm so sorry for the. Right, I'm gonna close the back door. I'll be right back. Right. Right. So can I just get confirmation that the video is good and the audio is good, and we'll get started with what I was supposed to be doing today. Please check the video, the current resolution. It's saying it's not optimal, but then the computer's saying that encoding. Oh my lord. Really isn't my day today. Yeah, comment. It should be coming out at 60 FPS. Right. I'm just gonna assume that's going correctly now. I'm super sorry, guys, about the audio and visual. Even last week we managed to get it working just about, but even I've tried coming back on here just me, and it's not even. It's still not having it now. It's running at 58% CPU, which is just horrendous. It hasn't dropped any frames yet, but I'm getting 30 FPS, and I normally run on 60. So yeah, new bottle. Yeah, well, drop me a message because uh, Yeah, sorry about the sun as well. I can't, unfortunately, OBS doesn't have a setting to turn the sun off. How is everyone? We've got 40 people watching, considering I've messed this up about 60,000 times. Right, if everyone can, right, I've got the chat up now, so if everyone can just drop a quick hello so I know who's here, and a thumbs up as well, considering as I think the last 2 streams I just did got dislikes, probably because of the poor quality, but oh, we're up to 40 FPS now, and down to 30, up to 4, oh, it's wobbling a bit, it's wobbling, still haven't dropped any frames though. I just can't work out why. Hello? Are we back? Right. Yeah, right, if everyone can drop a hello in the chat and we'll see who we've got. I can see we're starting again, Tim. We're starting fresh from the top here. Dundee Road, New Bottle, Norman, Tim, Rachel, Kevin, Chris, Tim JD, King Fox, Gareth, Flymo, The Growler, Norman, Colin, Kev, James, WW Scenics, Steve. Yeah, here we go. Right, we're getting somewhere now. Good afternoon, Josh. How are we doing? Bang, got you, Junction, Carl. Yeah, I think Virgin is not helping me out a lot today. But yeah, I'm really sorry about the constant restarts. As long as the audio and the video is coming through clear enough to you guys. Sorry about the 30 FPS. Yeah, hello Martin, thank you for joining us. I was supposed to have Jenny on, but the internet has decided that it barely wants me on. Whether that's a sign or not. Hello. Yes, King Fox. Cosmo, stop the other half. And what? I've been up there already, and I've made sure her FaceTime that she's on is on 3G or 4G or whatever. So yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's running so. Yeah, Tian's watching a stream on 4G at the moment, so we can't blame her for this one. But yeah, I'm sitting at 30 FPS at the moment. CPU is going through the roof. What's it? Oh. I'm just going to stop touching it because I'm only going to mess it up. So how is everyone this evening? I know a few people are probably not going to return because no one wants to keep clicking on the stream again and again and again. But I appreciate all the thumbs up already. We've got 44 watching and 10 likes, which is very kind of you considering. Is anyone in the house using internet? Right, new bottle. Normally, I can have everyone in the house running Netflix and everything, and I'll get 60 FPS with 20% CPU usage. So I have no idea. I'm tempted to completely uninstall OBS and maybe reinstall it and see if I can find. Yeah, Cosmo, I recently watched your video as well. Great stuff on the buffers, the Acura scale buffers. It's definitely something to think about for my depot scene as well. So I keep looking down again. So, oh, J94, thank you for joining us again. Yeah, as I say, for the 100,000th time. Yeah, I'm not touching the. If you guys want me to carry on, I'm just not gonna touch the PC at all. Norman says, "What are you alright?" No, I just don't want you guys to get pissed off with the poor quality. Yeah, Dragon Junction is back, so I have resubscribed to him. I think he's Dragon Junction West Coast or something. Yeah, if anyone's got any OBS settings that they think will optimize this situation, then please after the stream do drop me a message on the Wardle Road page. Kev says OBS is like the 3-way engage point. Nothing can get worse than OBS and it being a 3-way. No, that's a. Can't think of anything worse. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I've obviously touched something and it's decided not to work. But what we are working on, and what does work, is the precision applicator from Wardle Scenics. And this is basically my little tree diorama for Peaks 47 tree competition. So I thought there's nothing better to test a precision applicator on than on my tree diorama. Now I'm sorry about the lights doing the rounds. Have you checked that? It could have been, this Mac does updates automatically. So it could well be that. I'm just gonna close it on my phone as well. I don't want to see that anymore. But yeah, it could well be that. We are modelers only. Patience is our virtue. But yeah, we've got 47 watching, 16 likes. If you have no issue with the quality, feel free to drop a thumbs up. It's really annoying when you get it so good before and then you come back and it's 9.5. The premiere in the garden was great. Much more relaxed feel, comfier for yourselves. Yeah, Flyman, I'm glad you enjoyed the premiere. As for the garden, as I'm looking out there now, all that's left to do, the baseboards and stands have all been done. So all that's left to do is put the track on the top of the boards, and we'll have the first complete circuit, which is really exciting. Anthony, good evening. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, I'm really pleased that 48 of you guys have decided that you still want to tune in. CG, hello mate. I don't know if I've said hello to you. I'll tell you what, I don't know who I've said hello to and who I've said goodbye to. But the main thing is we haven't dropped any frames yet, so that's the first sign of things going alright. But just see what the movement's like on. That's coming through OBS, alright. That movement is that flicking around for you guys, or is that a fairly smooth movement? Because if it is, we'll get on with it. I'm just gonna grab all the bits I need for tonight. Look how prepared I am, honestly. The life of a stream ray. New mobile, Cosmo. I didn't even know Alan removed his channels. But yeah, no, I thought he deactivated, but he completely removed it, which is a shame because he had over 3,000 subs, and that you can't get that back overnight. But obviously the comments may have got to him more than we thought perhaps. But he's back, and I'm sure he'll be back to doing regular videos in no time. So, it's smooth enough. Sounds quite a bit of fettling getting done. Gary, done. Thanks for hosting, mate. Great way to spend it. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, Jenny, we're going to have to sort out your... no, it's not quite back because I'm not getting... The CPU is running overtime and the frames per second is half of what mine normally is. But it will do. It'll do. So, yeah, Jenny, what I'll do is I'm going to, after this, as Cosmo said, it might have been an update issue. So what I'm going to do is uninstall OBS, check the software, check it's the right, compatible with the right thing. But yeah, Jenny's in the chat for now. I do appreciate you taking the time out anyway, Jenny. But hopefully we'll sort that in no time. But there's something wrong here, and I don't know what it is, and it's stressing me out. It's lumpy, but it's going. Is it still? Are we still not coming through clearly? I can try turn the settings down on this camera. Good evening, Timbers. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's saying encoder overloaded, but I've got less stuff on here than I did the first time, which is what is confusing me. I have less stuff running now than I ever did before, which makes literally zero sense. Right. Anyway, let's move on with what we're meant to be doing tonight. So ignore the sunlight as well. Yeah, Jenny, that's the. I think I said to you the other issue is I'm running on a Mac at the moment, and it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Honestly, this is the most frustrating thing. CPU usage preset higher is right. If I do that, what's that going to do? It's good day, Anthony. Bright and sunny here. Yeah, I literally have the sun like burning through my back at the moment. So just realised a notification bell for your update video. You're using a fruit to stream. Right. Let's just get on with it, yeah, because I'm sure you guys are bored of seeing. Has Matt Slade popped in? If you have, sorry if I've missed your hello. Oh yeah, good evening, Matt. I think you got my what do you call it card? My Wardle Road business card. Don't mess with it, Ollie. Hi to you all. Leave my hair cut. Tim, please don't tell me you've got all your hair chopped off. Good evening, Mark. And it glows. I bought it dirt cheap from CEX. They couldn't categorize it. It's custom hardware. Yeah, I'll tell you what. At this rate, I think I'm gonna have to go pull my gaming PC out because this computer is giving me no joy at all. Yeah, if everyone can hear me all right. So, pretend that nothing has happened prior to this, and we're starting the stream. And today I'm going to be using the WWS ProGrass Precision Applicator to static grass my tree diorama for what do you call it? Peaks 47. What your card? I put it up on the board in the layout room. Yeah, for. Did someone post a link? Old. Can't wait for it. I've been trying it. From Tim's trees to Ollie. Someone's saying it's chopped off. Oh, I thought you meant the stream. Oh God, you're giving me a heart attack. Starting from the terminal command. That normally bypasses any issues. I just don't get it. Like the last time I streamed, I was getting 60 FPS. No, I'm keep going on about it. Sell a train and get a new PC. Yeah, I've got another PC. I'm gonna have to get out and set up. I think. Gaming PCs are designed to run lots of different software at the same time. Yeah, this Mac is clogged up, so it's pretty useless. Yeah, so this is Peaks 47 tree competition. I thought I'd have a wire tree competition. If you follow me on the Facebook, you'll see that I started it as a wire, and then on the last stream I put the modelling clay on, and I've since painted it, and we're at this stage at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, all I've done so far with this is put a battery in it, so as you can see it turns on and off. the kit itself, this was gifted to me, by the way. But my opinions, of course, are going to be as unbiased as they normally are. But yeah, thank you to Martin for sending this to me to try it on the stream. So I do appreciate that. And obviously, I'm assuming because it's not the big one, that all the extra kit that the big one normally has inside it is now in here instead, just to make the actual handle smaller. Hi Ron, thank you for joining us. So yeah, I watched a couple of videos already on this, and he's given me a few tips as well as how to use this. A few of them being, he did actually test it on one of his Facebook live streams with 6mm grass. However, here I've got that come with, I believe they come, Martin, if you can just confirm, these 2 packets of grass come with the set. I believe they're both 2mm. Well, I could be wrong, that one looks slightly longer. 1 or 2mm grass, so I'm guessing this is to try out with the applicator. And here I've also got some dead grass 4mm for directly under the tree, just round the bottom base bit here, which I got in the embankment kit, which is also available. Yeah, for anyone who's just joined to us as well, I did mention earlier the O gauge is almost complete for the first loop. I'm here for the static grass. Yeah, sorry Scrapline, if you've just joined, thank you for joining us, Tim. Looks like a mic. Yeah, so the set comes with 2mm and 4mm, and a pot of this, which I assume is a smaller version of the, let's hold it up to this one, the basing glue. And I've also got the layering spray as well. So what, if anyone has got any tips for static grass, do drop them in the chat now. But what I've been told, start with the shorter stuff and get taller. Only fill this small pot to half. It's best with 2mm, although it can go up to 6mm. I've got the big W static grass applicator yet to try it, but I'm close to starting Scenics once electrics are done. Talking of electrics, all I've been doing today is in the garden doing signalling. It's like doing my actual job, but on a small scale. Tim says, how are you all? I'm great, thank you. I've had about 45 mental breakdowns since the start of the stream, my first stream. Jenny says the precision applicator looks like it will be super useful. Yeah, I said to him actually, I was talking to him about some of the projects I was working on. So I got this tree diorama, and obviously the size of the big one, it's probably the base of this is the size of it. And to try and get anything close to the stump of the tree is just going to be impossible. Greyworth Park, good evening mate, thank you for joining us. And then yeah, the basing glue, what I originally thought was just a PVA mix. I put it down on my depot. If anyone here saw the stream from the depot, I think Jenny saw it, and it goes super tacky really quickly. So obviously there's a slight different concoction of things inside here that isn't just a basing glue. But yeah, the kit came with the applicator and these 2 small bags and this small bag. Small bag? That's not a bag. That's a pot. Small pot of what I think is basing glue. I've got the big one after the little one for the smaller details. Yeah, so this is what I'm hoping, I've seen his live stream as well, is going to do the job. Now, being as prepared I am, I just need to get some snips to cut the cabling off, and we're going to get straight into some applicating. CG, thank you for joining us. I'm sorry about the quality of the stream, but hopefully you can catch up on it another time. Let's get some snips. But yeah, you'll be pleased to know, guys, the next update video on my O gauge will be the complete loop with train cam, the train dash cam, as well as sort of all the other bits I've been working on. But we will I'm not sure how, as I said before, this kit was nope, it's not PVA. Yeah, that's what I didn't think it was. Hello Ronald Moore, Ollie, the tree looks good, thank you very much. I've been working on this for the last couple of streams. What was I going to say? Yeah, this kit was gifted to me, but I'm sure W Scenics. What a catch! I'm sure WW Scenics will tell us in the chat how much it costs. So if I get this a bit closer so you guys can see that in the, let's get this down a bit so you guys can see what I'm working on. Yeah, when I was doing the basing glue last time, what should we start with? I did get some extra logs as well. These are the ones from Woodland Scenics, but my advice is just go to a forest because you're literally just buying sticks. And if anyone's done that, you're as much of an idiot as I am. Is Steve off? Thing is, when people say goodbye, then other people start saying goodbye, and I have no idea if people are actually coming or going. But we'll start with the 2mm. Fun fact, James, I did actually used to play cricket. So what we're going to do is just going to get straight into it. He said no more than half a pot. So we're going to make sure this is mix the grass, meadow and spring grass. Look, just try a little bit, see what you think. Yeah, I'm not sure what the shades are of these either. They do look different. Yeah, we'll put a little bit of both in and see how it comes out. But I have been informed not to overload this, so that's exactly what I'm going to make sure I don't overload it. So when I tap it, yeah, the grass comes out nice. So we'll use the glue. I didn't even bring a bloody paintbrush. Right, I'm gonna get mix the grass to get the colours you want first. Adding blaze glue, pin, apply. Right, pin. If you're talking about putting the pin into the wood, Martin did say that wasn't, because I remember I was doing the embankment. Tian, if you're watching, can you bring me down a paintbrush, please? And thank you. Yeah, he did mention about the pin not actually having to go into the. Hang on a second. Sorry, headphone users. Tian, yeah? Can you bring me a paintbrush, please? What size? Medium. Yeah. But you can apply quickly with the app, but it's hot. If it's hot, it will go off fast. Yeah, it's boiling in here, so I'm no doubt as soon as I apply this, it's going to. I'm doing static glass. I'm watching. I'm really hooked on the Pro Glass micro applicator. Yeah, I've got the. It's not the biggest one. I've got the medium sized one, and then obviously I've got this now. So this is going to be absolutely perfect. I'm hoping for all of these little details. And as well, I can't remember where I got this from, but I've also got this lovely little packet of flowers, which I'm going to add afterwards. So we've got the glue, the grass, the paintbrush, that one on the right. Oh, lovely. Do you want to say hello while you're... James says I'm being a bit lazy.
Where is everyone?
Mum and Dad gone for a walk. Do you want to say hello to the stream quickly before we...
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, super sunny coming through.
Right. Hi, everyone.
Oh, I did have it up with Jenny a minute ago, but the internet's completely wrecked it.
Yeah, I know. I could hear you.
Mixing with the WN green scene grass for colour blend. Yeah, originally I was buying these multi-packs for like £9. Ollie, get a metal tray, put the tree on it and place the clip onto the tray. Tim, would that work if it's on a wooden baseboard? Because there's no way that tree's coming off that. I think the chat's a little bit behind what the camera's seeing. But how many people have got in? Still got 44 people watching, considering I've restarted the stream about 50 times.
What are you doing now then?
I'm about to finally get at 7:10. Mark Wilson, I don't have the cupboard monkey, unfortunately. This is Tian's my own version of the cupboard monkey. Oh, here we go. Look, Steve, hi Tian. Chris says hi Tian.
Hi Steve, hi Chris. What's a cupboard monkey?
Basically the technical assistant in the background.
Tim said, yeah, it will work.
I think have we got any metal? You want to go see if we've got any metal trays? Like a small metal tray.
Where would it be?
In the one left of the cooker. Steve says hi Tian. Chris says hi. Oh,
Steve.
just one says hi T. Gareth says hi T.
Hi Ron, hi Gareth.
We're gonna get started any second, guys. I promise you. No, we don't have a metal tray apparently at the moment, or one that's available. Okay, no need to put the clip in the wood or glue. Just put it close to the model. Right. Oh, and Martin from WWC Next says hello as well.
Hi, Martin.
So what we're going to do is we're going to clear this base of any rubbish that I don't want, and we're going to do one side at a time just to make it easier. Somewhere close to draw the grass is all you need.
You did it on the layout, I know metal.
No, but I literally stuck the needle into the
actual.
into the material. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
It almost looks luminescent in there.
It does.
I don't know if you can see it on that camera. It looks like it illuminates.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So we're just going to start by adding a thin layer of the basing glue.
Yeah, it can be Ollie's.
A brush fairy. Nearly read that wrong then.
I need to go back up my mum's Ollie's.
Yeah, alright, I'll see you in a minute. Thank you for bringing the paintbrushes. T, is the stream sounding alright from your end?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Very good.
Right. Guys, you do not need to pin in any board, but as long as I think that's what Cottonmore was just saying. I put card on the tracks so the tracks don't look like the line is abandoned when last detached was on a club light. Yeah, if anyone did see my embankment, I was really pleased with how that came out. Right, so we'll wait for this to start to go. Oh, it's going tacky already. So right, let's. What's the phrase? I don't even know what the phrase is. New Mills, good evening, mate. Thank you for joining us. Do apologise for the complete carnage. Oh, nearly got a shock then. So yeah, normally if you're shaking, the grass comes out the top. That's because the I think what Martha was telling me, the static's coming from the bottom here. So, here we go, guys. Wish me luck. I mean, it's standing up. Not modelling if there's no carnage. Don't know if you guys can see. Oh god, I went through that grass quite quickly actually. But that, I'm going to fill it up a little bit more, then I'm going to try and get right into those nooks and crannies in the middle there. Let's turn it off. You can actually see if I put that. If I don't know if I can. Don't know how well you can see that, but the grass is actually standing up in the applicator as well. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. But yeah, if I hold that up, you can already see the 2mm is setting. So what we need to do now is mix up some more of this. I carry on using the 2mm, and then we'll go over afterwards in some more 4mm, just to get an idea of what layering with it is like. I have got the scenic spray as well, so we can always use that. That look a good bit of kit. Yeah, no, so far, don't want to jinx it, but so far we're. If I turn that on, yeah, they all jump out the top. So you can use Cotter's more. I've got a box of scenics upstairs somewhere, but for the sake of this little diorama. Ignore any that's landing on the tree trunk at the moment because that will just sweep off. Soothing. I hope you guys, yeah. Right, now, what's the best way to show? This sunlight is actually ruining everything. But if you can see there, that is actually, that is really, really, really good. And that's just with the 2mm. I'm about to patch grass, a very large area, but I don't. Well, scrapline, I did, the last one I did using the scenic glue, I did it roughly over, the scenic area was 2 foot by about 6 inches. No, that is by a foot. No, half a foot. No, probably about 2 foot by about 4 or 5 inches. And I pasted that, and it was tacky by the time, it was still tacky by the time I got to doing the end of that. So there is some time in it. It's not a lot of time. But yeah, like as it says on a hot day like today, this stuff's drying super quick. And I tell you what, I've got another brush. Yeah, we'll sweep. That works well. The patience, young Paddy Wang, Tim, patience. Like Ross, it takes time. That works well. The basing glue gives you nice precision. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. So as I was just saying, I put the glue exactly where I want the grass, and then now if I just go along, I can now sweep off the grass where the glue hasn't set it to it. So I'm going to go one more time over this area here. Yeah, see where, as you see, I don't know if you can see that, Jenny, but where the glue isn't set, the grass is coming off with no issue at all, which is always good. You don't often find the grass growing up the tree trunk. Try tapping out the hopper. Should I try tapping it with that? Would that work? I think I saw someone do that before, where they go along tapping it like that. We'll try that. We'll try a couple of methods. So yeah, we're going to go again in this little area in the middle. So let's just top it up quickly. 7 foot by 2. Oh wow, that is a large area. Scrapline, is that the bit you've been putting on Facebook with that river going through the middle of it? If it is, or the canal, sorry. It looks absolutely stunning. And that, if that is the area, that is very large. The grass keeper in me just winced at the thought of mowing that. Yeah, if you've got a lawnmower around these trunks, it's probably a bit of a nightmare. Put the clip down and use your finger. What, so the clip can just rest anywhere around here? Sorry, I'm acting like a bit of a noob, because I am a bit of a noob when it comes to static grass. So what we're going to want to do is get... Actually, if I clip that to my tree, which is metal, will that work, or am I being stupid? The laying spray I'm avoiding as it's going to be patched because of woodland areas grass don't grow. Mark says 7 foot by 2 foot, I'd actually use grass seed. Oh, it's all coming out the end straight away. This is brilliant though, because even in these tiny areas, we're getting some lovely, lovely static grass. Only thing is, like, I feel like I'm using it up a lot quicker than I should be, or maybe I'm not filling it up enough. You did say half a tub, didn't you, Martin? Better under the hopper, okay. Right, so let's just give a self-assessment for the first half. This is with the 2mm and a little bit of 4mm, but we're going to go over that in a second once I've done the other side. But so far, the camera focuses, that's really starting to take shape. And by the way, if you're wondering what this branch is doing here, I'm going to put a little tyre swing on the bottom of it. So that's why that's like that. So now what we're going to do is spin it round. Ignore the back of the tree, I haven't finished that yet, that's why it's all patchy. And we'll sweep away the placing the model under paper helps to get the excess back for later. Yeah, I'm only going to be using these little bits though, David, so it's only onto this mat, and I can always put it all into a small plastic bag afterwards. then stands up in the glue. Interesting, I guess the clip is providing a ground to... Yeah, because the issue I had with the previous applicators, I basically had one of them T-strainer ones, which was like 10 quid on eBay. Some people have worked well with it, but I never ever got static grass for it. I ended up using it as a shaker. But then I ended up getting like a mini comb and just like combing the grass to stay up. So it was completely pointless. And I ended up binning it because it just made me really frustrated. And you guys know how much of a short temper I have anyway. Langton Road, good evening, mate. And McBen Man 1, good evening. But yeah, I think a lot of people have a misconception about how static grass applicators works simply because of some of those ones that you get on eBay. It's literally a long plastic handle with a metal T-strainer on it, and you can use it as a fly swatter as well. Right, so we're on this side now. Let's finish cleaning this bit off. We're going to start applying grass to this side. Yes, but if you guys have got more tips, feel free to keep dropping them in the comment section. What's the time? Jesus, 7:20. I've only done half of this. All right. So we're gonna. I put a fair amount of layering glue, or the basing glue, sorry, onto this for the first time. So I'll do the same again. But as Martin says, it gets tacky quite quickly, especially in the sun. Obviously, if you're doing a small area, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But I really like to see that so many uses. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, Jenny, about the technical issues earlier. We'll try and get that sorted for the upcoming weeks. I think the internet's having a bit of an off day today. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. And if you want to see what the end result is, just pop back later or after the stream's done and just skip to the end. Yes, tickle that like button if you are enjoying. I can't apologise enough actually for the technical issues I was having earlier. Nothing worse than when everything's working, you click go and then it doesn't work. Like you just... Right, so this is this side all getting tacky, looking good. I have a lot of this to do on the new layout. Yes, Matt, definitely. I'm not sure if you said, Matt, you did say the business card has arrived. I wasn't really following the chat too much. Yeah, thank you, Jenny, for joining once again. And thank you for joining last week as well. Really do appreciate it. And it's always nice to have a chat with you, whether it's on the stream or off the stream. Looks like it would be good between tracks. Yes, Bang got you junction. That is exactly one of the reasons I wanted this as well. For the the depot area, the sort of track side nearest the scenic bank. I want that to have sort of patches of grass, and the big applicators just covers too much area. Thank you, Tim, for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out if you guys are enjoying. Still got 47 people watching, considering I completely effed it up earlier. So I do appreciate that. Right, we're half full in the applicator, and we're going to go again. And there's just no way you'd be able to get the big applicator into these spaces. It's impossible.
There we go. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
What did you get? Right, so this side I think is going to need a little bit more time to go a bit more sticky. That's what I'm after for mine small. But yeah, Dave, mate, this would be perfect, I think, for your depot especially when you're going around the Acura scale buffers. The big one is it completely coat them. But yeah, this is definitely the piece of kit that I think you're going to need. And I think as well, when I get around to making an O gauge diorama, similar to what Jenny has actually, I'm going to be doing static grass on that as well. Obviously, for the larger scales, I can use the slightly bigger applicator. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream anyway. I can't apologise enough for the technical issues. I can't stand it when things like that go wrong. But unfortunately, fancy bringing a little applicator and grass in this river area for me. I'll tell you what, Tim, we do need to do some kind of interview / video. Whether you'd want me doing grass application on your what will be, I'm sure, a stunning layout. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that gets on, Tim. That's going to be a real nice layout for sure. It is coming out, the grass is coming out. I know it probably doesn't look like much on that camera. Langton Road, this applicator is from www.scenics.com. Very kindly gifted to me to try out. And yeah, I pretty much, almost all my scenic stuff now comes from them. Their products are brilliant. Peaks 47, thank you for joining us. As you can see here, we're currently static grassing the tree for your competition. Got 25 likes, 47 watch. If we can hit that over 30 likes, that'd be really appreciated. Sorry, I was reading comments at the same time as saying that. If you would like it, just buy one and return mine. I think was that to Tim. A couple of weeks time should see the video completed. Yeah, Tim, that'd be great. I'm really looking forward to that. I think there's definitely an internet problem because my frame rates are slowly going back up again. But oh, Kev, hello mate. I don't know if I said hello to you. Sorry if I didn't. Thank you for joining. Yeah, maybe I needed to fill this up a little bit more than what I was doing because now we've actually got the grass. There we go, look at that. That's very good. I'm actually getting the static on my arm here as well. Yeah, but thank you for joining us, Anthony. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in tonight for the 7th attempt at a stream, I think it is. Andy, good evening, mate. Thank you for joining us. No worries, you only missed loads of technical issues, nothing major. But right, let me just show you guys. Let me just put this down. Trying to be careful not to make any more of a mess than I've already done. Right, it's only 2mm bearing in mind, so you've got to put that into consideration. But you can see all of that is standing up. Obviously some bits around the tree trunks just need sweeping away. But we'll get there. Yeah, ignore this tree at the back peaks. This is what it's going to look like from the front, and then on the end here, gonna have a little tyre swing. Yeah, I'm going to get some dead on there next now, the 4mm dead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the layering spray in a second. Just give this a nice coat of layering spray. I just want to make sure it's clean so this layering spray doesn't... Got to go, catch you all soon, as they say. See you on another stream. Thank you, Steve. Sorry about the technical issues, mate, but thank you all the same for tuning in. Sorry if I'm taking so long, guys. I'm trying to do a good as job as possible. But already it looks 1,000 times better than it did when it was wood, so I kind of messed it up that badly. pictures for more. Why do you have to do this? I'm gonna have to finish the back of the tree now. Martin, if you're still here, so the 4mm should work fine, shouldn't it? That's what we'll go for next. Let's put that away. Oh, he's still. You don't need to touch your layout, so it's fine as long as the clip's close or good to go. Did some snow. Snow. Now that's something I would love to try out at some point. Some. Oh, that's all right then, Pix47, because I really didn't want to have to carry on building the back of it. But I probably am going to use this on a layout actually. I think. Oh, who was it? Gareth suggested that. I think it was Gareth suggested that I should put it into my depot scene. So this is probably going to. I'm going to cut out a little section of the depot scenery and drop this in place because I'm so pleased with how. Just off, I saw Pete's competition and thought I'll give it a go. And for my first attempt at a tree, I got the hunchback over here. Super pleased with how it's going. Sorry if I'm sweating as well. Everything's going wrong today. It's like 100 degrees in this room. So yes, we're going to try. Let me just give this a. But tap the bottom of the hopper, you'll have to work harder to get it out. Just to keep them. So I want the static grass. Oh, that smell. Don't breathe this stuff in, but that smell just reminds me of scenic time. And a bit. Do you have a precision sprayer? Sprayer. And it's precision legs. Cottesmore, are you reading my mind or something? Because that is scary. What would be handy is precision laying spray bottle. I'm like a nasal spray or a large rattle can. Yes, that is extremely scary how you said that at the same time as I wrote that comment at the same time as I was saying it. Right, so we're going to get... Would it be better to break up the 4mm a bit more as well? Martin, would that be recommended just before as I'm putting it into the pot? I'm doing this now anyway, but well, my frame rates are slowly going back up, so I'm not sure if that was a whopping great internet problem I just had. Yeah, there's tons of overspray, Dave. But we'll have to accept it for now. Right, let's get this bad boy going. Oh wow, yeah, no, that the 4mm does work. Annoying about the overspray, but yeah, let me just hold it up to the camera. You can see in that in that left-hand corner, that's now 4mm dead grass going on top of that. So that's where the sun's caught it a little bit. I'm gonna try and get a little bit of it in the middle there. But as Dave quite rightly said, the spray is a bit more. Is that called? Yes, costs more. The WD-40 adapter would be. Martin, if that's something you want to look into, I'm sure you'll have a large recipient group for that. You need a face mask for the overspray, but you can't get hold of any. Oh mate, I've got. Don't want to say it too loud actually, but I've got a lot of them for work. I've got plenty of face masks for work, but I don't want to waste them on static grassing when I need to be using them for. It dries clear, you won't see it at all. You can still brush off the grass. Yeah, that's true. That 4mm is actually coming out really, really nicely. If I hold that up. Lovely depth of it. I don't know if you can see it too well on that camera, but down here you've got a lovely patch of dead grass, which is bringing the scene to life a little bit. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit. Looks like a golf. Exactly, mate. Looks like a golfer's bad day with a 4mm. Yeah, you don't want to get stuck in what's they call it? The stuck in the deep or something like that. I'll pay you an hour gauge steam. I actually had the face mask with the ventilators on there. They've got like the little valve thing on the side as well. Have to go now, need food, thanks, I'll leave the stream, take care everyone, bye. Thanks Chris for joining. Yes. For everyone who does who is interested, the next video on the O gauge will be the complete loop. So I'm going to try and make that video a little bit. There's going to be a lot. I'll try and get much more the rough, the deep. Why did I call it the deep? The rough. That's it. We'll just grab all of this, mix that all in there. Oh, you're off, Martin. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it is. I think I'm not sure if Martin's still going to, but he's going to send me out some. You can buy this like packet of scenic stuff that is actual like dead bark and bits. I think it's. I'm not sure what the content of it is, but I'd like to put that around the bottom of the tree. I think that'd be quite cool. So we're just gonna get some. I'll tell you what, I'm not even sure if I'm going to go back to the big applicator. This thing is doing wonders. We still got a few people watching. Oh, I've still got 40 people watching. Yeah, sorry this has gone on a bit late, guys. Forest ground cover, that's the stuff. Look at that. So already now you can see, I'm sorry about the poor lighting. Everything tonight has gone wrong, so I do apologise for that. But hopefully here you can see the contrast already in the two shades of grass and the length as well. Really mixes up nicely actually. Tim, if the scrap line, if you're still here, I haven't used it on my tree. If you're still here, this is definitely some products to look at for sure. Everything is better in small packages. So we're just going to sweep off a bit of this tree again. It's looking good, Ollie, I ain't just saying. No, I appreciate that, mate. I'm a bit cack-handed sometimes when it comes to scenery, but so far, add a bit of green on top of the tree. Ideally, yeah, I need some like kind of sort of dead areas around the bottom of it here. Dave, if you could just send me that again on Facebook, otherwise I have the memory of a fish. Bypasses some of the controls. Yeah, well, the scrap line, if you saw my embankment stream on the depot, that was an actual embankment kit from Wardle Scenics as well, so I highly recommend that, as that did the whole bank, and I still have enough there to do another 2 or 3 more banks. I was thinking along the longer ends of the routes. Okay, so like, are you saying like here? If I turn that a bit, like round towards the end bit, maybe? Yeah, guys, keep dropping your suggestions in as to what you think I should or shouldn't do, because I do try. I like to think I trust all your guys' advice. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do is actually let's empty that out. So this is all going. I'm going to moss effect. Yes, that's a good point. I think Jenny got the. There's some like, I'm so bad with names. It's like some foliage that. Yeah, around the bottom of that looked really nice actually. Yeah, Dave, what's weird as well is my frames are slowly going back up again. I'm on 48 now, where I wasn't getting past 30 a minute ago, or a few minutes ago. They're on top of the dead in small areas, and you can use the grass on there, but do a test on a bit of scrap foliage first, see if you like. Well, we'll try it on here. We'll go back to the notches. Leaves are great for trees. Honestly, there's so many products I'd like to fit on this small thing. I might just have to. I'll tell you what. Between me and you guys here, because obviously with everything that's going on, Tian's moving down to near me while we sort out. So she's got a flat for 6 months. Fingers crossed I can try and tempt her to have a little layout diorama in there that I can work on while I'm around there. Because just doing this alone is just making me want to do more modelling again. But obviously I've got the O gauge and we're absolutely ploughing through that at the moment, which is really, really good. And we're working on the first building, which is going to be a signal box / DCC decoder box housing / a beehive. So the idea is that we try and blend as much of the buildings and things to sort of incorporate nature. It might sound stupid, but I promise you there's good reasons behind it. So guys, is that something you'd be interested in? If I just doing this alone, maybe I know Tim does his Workbench Wednesday, which is an actual layout, but if I was to do like a small diorama, just like almost 99% scenery, would that be something you guys are interested in on seeing on a weekly basis? Because this is something I'm really enjoying doing actually. But if that's something you'd like to see, please let me know now, because I can always prepare something for the upcoming streams. Why am I turning that on? So let's get some more layering spray down.
Just leave the sweet potato fries.
Ooh. I'm a bit covered in glue at the moment, but save them, yes please. Ferns and mushrooms. Oh, that's a great idea. Delta. I haven't actually seen mushrooms and things like that anywhere. So are we saying on the dead stuff, go over again in a small, is it in the 2 mil? I think that's what people are saying.
How's it going, babe?
Going really well now actually. The frame rates are slowly picking back up.
Good. I've not done anything different. Still not on the Wi-Fi.
Sounds good. Yeah, so I was thinking like a couple of feet long and then just some various bits and pieces on it. Then there's an actual. Wait, did we do mushrooms as well? Martin, I'm gonna have to have a chat with you after this because I think I've missed. I did go through your website, but there must have been some things I missed, unless they're not on there yet. But yeah, if that is something you guys are interested in seeing, I will try and put something together because, as I say, just doing this little scene alone has been really, really, really sort of entertaining for me. And it breaks up a bit from actually the... Tell you what, this corner actually, it looks like the lawnmower's missed it, but... If I hold this up, look at the height. Look at the height on that. That is absolutely unbelievable. That's just 3. So what I've got there is the 2mm, the 4mm dead stuff, and another 2mm on the top, and it's added some like almost landscaping that wasn't intentional, but it gives a bit more sort of interest to look at. It's So what we do is I'm gonna layer it up a little bit round this side as well. Just trying to catch the top of the grass with the glue. Oh, there we go. Now she's shaking. And I've run out of grass. But yeah, I am tempted to go to build some kind of, maybe like this, just do all my trees from scratch. I don't know. Oh, good point. Good point. Good point Costas Moore's made there. So do a layer, then make an indent in a small area. Apply an indent. What, as in flatten it out or something? Or yeah, Costas Moore made a good point there. Is that this bit here under here, this here is going to be all a lot flatter. I might have to get some sort of gravel or something down the bottom there. Not gravel, like dirt. But come on, guys. Considering I'm pretty candid at most things I do modelling wise, this isn't my worst piece of work, for sure. Really pleased with how this is coming on actually. Really easy to use a seafoam with notch. Yeah, leaves is definitely something I'm going to have to add to this as well. But I think the way this is going, I might just build a big scenic diorama of some kind. If anyone's seen Everard Junction's most recent video, his scenic stuff is... No, not the most recent, the one where he's doing the heritage line. Not the heritage line, the branch line, sorry. So it makes natural tufts. Oh, okay, well, let's try that then. Let's... Actually, what I'll do is I'll flatten it down below the swing, because that's where the grass is going to get stood on the most. You make it look easy. I really don't think that's the case. Let's get some more of this small too now. Really nice wild, but so what I'll do is I'll do a little bit more of this and we'll put a couple of flowers in, I think, and then I was tapping it, but as soon as I shake it, that's where you get the real I don't know if there's an easier way to show you guys how you see all the height differences and everything. Like there's no patch of grass there that's like, I know it's hard to see with the camera quality, there's no patch of grass there that's like identical. And even from the top as well, you can almost see the height, the sort of shadows where there's longer grass. That is looking really good. I was a bit worried about doing this on stream because normally things go wrong for me, whether it's a box opening or anything that I do actually, but I'm going to clean up the base of the tree slightly. Used to have a tree right in the middle of the garden and really thick grass too. Yeah, this is the sort of grass that the lawnmower wouldn't be able to get to. Unless you got one of them Wardle ones with the big like sort of tractor tyres. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit more at the front here. Says a little and attacks it with spray glue. I want a bit more of the 2mm. Thank you very much, Kev. I appreciate that. All the earlier hassles and equipment and the static grass, great effect. Yeah, hopefully this is more interesting content than watching my stream lag. Streamer time. So long story short, would I recommend the precision applicator? Yes. Will I use it on all my layouts? Yes. So like even there now, you've got, I don't know if you can see it too well at the front. You've got some really tall pieces of grass. Yeah, basically an area where the gardener, if this was a golf course, the gardener cannot be bothered to go this far. If your golf ball ends up in here, it's tough luck. Which would be good for me as more of a steam guy. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, sorry. A lawnmower with the resin print. Now, yeah. Now that's something you could sell with especially if you sell like the multi-pack of things. Chuck a little guy on a lawnmower in. Right, so I think for now we're going to leave the static grass there. We can always come back to it. But I just wanted to put a couple of flowers in before we ended. My phone's completely covered in static grass. I was looking up before the castle build, and the precision is the only bit left to get. Was that your previous setup, Cottesmore? I think the thing to do after put the static grass down is put brown scat on the base to represent soil and cover any white patch. Yeah, James, I'd agree with you. However, if you saw my embankment build, I actually only put a base colour down on the floor, but I don't think I need it, because if I hold this up, you tell me if you can see any wood coming through there, aside the obviously the tree branches. Right, let's so what I've got here is a small selection of flowers. I don't think WW Scenics do these. You've got some sunflower, just a couple of things, that wildflowers that might have grown. Just wanted to place a couple of them. Got to go, Ollie. Brilliant stream and love the tree mini dome. I'll watch it back tomorrow. Take care. Thank you, Gareth, for tuning in as always. You're normally first in, last out. Okay, so normally, where's my snips? You'd pin a little hole in, but I'm just going to take that base off. Yeah, I don't think the base is completely necessary. Just to add a little bit, I don't know if you can see that too well, just to add a little bit of colour. Just going to plop a couple of flowers in there. Yeah, James, I found painting it, because then you don't have to rely on the static grass staying up on all the sort of gravel and stuff that you've put down. There's red. No, red will work there. Burnt umber. I just feel like the plants had that little bit more colour that perhaps would be missing from the bottom here, just to act as if, you know, it's really sort of we'll put another blue one in. What's it come up with? 2? Okay, we'll use both of them. Yeah, Gareth, I really do appreciate you tuning in, mate, and don't forget, if you are enjoyed, to hit the like button on your way up. Oh, where's that gone? No, I'll probably carry on doing the stuff outside. That's a bit cooler.
It's got to use the microwave.
Oh yeah, it won't be long.
Can I use it now?
Can I have 5 minutes?
Yeah, alright.
Just to... Right. So,
What are they?
sweet potato fries.
Oh, I love it.
So if I hold that up, I know probably not the most interesting thing to look at, but I feel like them flowers really sort of bring that. Oh, we're back up to 60 FPS now, by the way, guys. There must have been a serious drop in the internet at that point, because now I'm back to all my normal settings again now, so I should be coming through super clear. That is strange. But yeah, what do you guys think of the flowers? Do you think yeah or no? Do they look a bit stupid? Not too many flowers because you don't get much around. Oh yeah, yeah. So if I leave it like that, what we thinking? Is that 3 of them too much, or just adds that little bit of colour? Really, Cottesmore? Do you think? You don't think it was the sun that was causing all that, do you? Because as the evening's gone on, the sun's disappeared. The FPS has gone all the way back up. I'm now running at 60 again. So let me just test this, guys. If I improve the camera quality of this one, tell me if it lags out or anything. Let's whack it up to that. Oh god, that is too big. Hang on. Sorry about this, guys. Is that any sharper? If I bring that in, is that any better now? Hopefully you can see that in better light now, and you can see the height on that grass. And I'm still running at 60 FPS, so hopefully that hasn't cut it up too much. Yeah, if you guys can just let me know quickly if that's improved it. Yeah, if I hold my hand up behind here, you can see all the heights of the different bits of grass. I'll tell you what. That first picture with the tree on should be coming out in the highest possible quality now. Would you believe it? That Cosmite, you might be right, it might be the sun. The damn sun. But yeah, now there's no CPU's not overloading, the frames are running perfectly. Look a bit close to the tree, but it does look nice, sort of. Yeah, maybe I'll have to move them around slightly, but you get the general idea. It's like from there, I think the colour just adds that little bit of interest, maybe. I'm not an expert, so but yes, as I say, I'm going to put a little rope swing on this side, or a little tyre swing on this side. And if I do build a diorama, I'll probably end up putting this in as the first piece. Although I would like to, if I was to do it again, I would definitely redo this bottom bit here with some slightly darker colours, as I think people have pointed out. It probably doesn't look too realistic under there, but we live and we learn. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for now, guys, for tonight's stream. I'm super sorry about the technical issues, and now I've got this working again. And the lighting and stuff, I might start a bit later next time, and hopefully I won't have this issue, and we can get Jenny back in again. But yeah, huge thanks to everyone for tuning in. If you did enjoy, please leave me some feedback in the comment section afterwards. But yeah, I will see you guys on my next video, which will be the full loop of the O gauge, hopefully. But yeah, I'll engage video next to the complete loop, and I shall see you guys very soon. You can use a dropper to add in watered down boiling current. Oh, that's a good idea as well, actually. Cotton Ball, why didn't you tell this to me half an hour ago, and I could have had time to do it. Caden, sorry you've joined a little bit late, mate. You might have to rewatch the sticks from the garden to put underneath. Yes, I got the wooden sinks. Don't buy them from wooden sinks. It's a waste of time. Ollie, thanks to you, I'm hoarding Gorilla gel, mate. I've got stacks. I'm all stacked up with Gorilla. Actually, I might need to buy some more, but I've been using it a lot. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the tree, and see you in the next one.